How's it going today, everyone? My name is Jeff, and today this will be my second episode to my series that I started doing called Unleashing. This I'm still on Groot, so we're going to explore in the playstyle of Justice for Groot. The other one that I put out was for Aggression, um, in that I kind of tried seeing how I can get Groot to still be able to build up his Groot count or not his growth counters, I'd say, and be able to pump out a lot of damage. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to score any wins on the last video when I was doing it against I think it was Rhino Expert with the Crazy Gang. This one I'm going to be exploring more with Justice. I've never played Groot in the Justice aspect. These videos that I'm putting out are aspects that I haven't played with the particular hero. Um, so Justice is now available on the table, I guess. So pretty much, I was trying to figure out what would be a good build. I'm not a super expert on Justice. I'm still doing my research and trying to try it out, different variations but I after reading some of the cards and the way that Groot's kit works, I mean, with his growth spurts, I mean, obviously with Groot, we've determined it since I played with his pre-con deck. The main objective is, we want Groot to get as many. We want to have 10. We want 10 of these. This is what we want. We want to be able to get up to 10, and then we want to search out I am Groot because potentially, with also using like that focus to lower the cost on that, you're paying either one or two resources to deal out potentially 10 damage. I have a feeling that with Justice, that'll be a little more easier because there's a lot of support cards in the card pool for Justice where you can kind of just chill out, alter ego, your, build up your growth counters. Um, so ideally, what I'm going to be my main objective, or what I want to try to do with the build that I'm doing for this video, is I want to be able to still maintain the game, control the game with the side schemes and the schemes, and also get my growth counters up to max, so I can just go for the kill shot, if you will. So here's what I'm thinking with my build. I'm going to be running 2 copies of Power of Justice. Like, anything that it's double your resources for any yellow card. I mean, it's kind of you need. I'm going to run the standard 3 resources: energy, strength, and genius. Next, I am going to be running some allies. I will run Venom. Particularly the reason why I played these Power Justice because some of the yellow cards I chose are pretty expensive. But yeah, Venom's pretty solid. I mean, he's got 4 health. He's a 4 cost. But you're obviously, if you get the Power Justice card, you're going to reduce that. 2 thwart, 3 attack. He takes double consequential damage. But if there is no threat on the main scheme, you reduce his consequential damage by 1. So ideally, if everything goes according to plan, and I can just maintain the main scheme of being as low as I can, Venom's going to take less damage, and he's going to pump out damage. I threw Eros in here. One of the reasons why I threw him in there is because he's the Guardian. He has 2 thwart, which is nice, so that'll help. That's 2 turns for 4 thwart off the table somewhere. And also he has a response too after you play him. So after you play arrows from your hand, you can confuse them in for each mental resource that you used to pay for them. So that could also give some minion control there also. I threw in Gamora. Another reason why Guardian. She's solid. I mean, 2 attack, 3 health, cost 3. attacking or thwarting with her response, I'll be able to discard cards from the top of my deck until I get an event card. So that's going to help me potentially seek out my big play cards. Rocket Raccoon, because how are you going to play Groot and not have Rocket Raccoon? That's a no brainer. Another reason too, I wanted to play the Flora and Fauna card, which is a team up card, which will also be able to give me 2 growth counters on no matter like what. Actually, you have to be in hero for it, but it's just nice to be able to pump out 2 where I need it, especially if I'm in hero form. The next ally I'm going to play, I chose an man, Dazzler. I thought that, yeah, it's a little expensive, but again, I'm running 2 copies of Power of Justice. I like the response. After Dazzler enters play, confuse an enemy. With that being said, I also threw in Professor X because comes into play, confuses an enemy. Nick Fury because he is a jack of all trades ally. Give me 3 card draw, which probably everyone goes for. But in certain situations, he can also dish out damage or remove threat where needed. So some of the events, Flora Fauna, I already gave out the reason why I did that. Hero form, I'm in hero form. I play that. Rockets on the table. I get 2 growth counters. I'm going to run 2 copies of Think Fast. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because, one, I'm a guardian, so it helps. And I like to be able to do things that says I'm allowed to do it because I'm this particular, team. And also, all I have to do is take 1 damage and confuse the villain. Now, the fun thing is it's not one of those cost effect cards. So yeah, it's gonna take away from one of my growth counters, but I won't take damage, and I get to confuse where I need it, and I can flip down where I need to. So I figure with having Dazzler and Professor X, 2 copies of that would be fine. I'm gonna go ahead and I ran out. I also included 3 copies of Clear the Area. Reason why is because with it just has a really nice effect, especially if you're playing solo. You remove 2 threat from a scheme. If this removes the last threat on a scheme, draw a card. So removes threat, and if it removes the last bit of it, you get a free card. I threw also in a skilled investigator with that also, so that way if after a side scheme is defeated, we can exhaust skilled investigator, get ourselves in our card draw. Since I have, let's clean this up a little bit. Since I do have targets with guardians, I think I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So out of my 7 allies, I have 4 allies that are guardians. I am gonna I'm gonna include nowhere in that build also. 1, I can play this because I'm a guardian, and then 2, I can increase my ally limit by 1, so I can have 4 allies on the table. Every time a guardian comes on the table, draw a card. I like it. To continue with my confusion strat here, I'm going to throw in 1 sonic rifle. So that way, if I need to, pump out a confusion somewhere on a villain, I can. And then I'm going to use under surveillance to increase the threat level on a main scheme. So basically, it just gives me more time just to, enrage the villain and then probably, give me a chance to out DPS the mechanics. I chose this card, Disguise, because I really want to play with it, and I haven't had a chance to. And I bought the token from Buy the Same Token, and I feel like that's the most available reason why I want to play that card, because I want to use the token. And I like it because Wolverine's on the cover. He's, or his variant patches, right? Death Focus, auto include Death Focus for any Groot deck. All of his cards are superpowers, reduced by 1. Yes. And then the final piece to my Millennium Puzzle, float like a butterfly. So ideally what I'm trying to do here is I want to keep the villain confused. I want to be able to maintain threat off the scheme. And then with him being confused, I could pump out some damage. Now, it only works if Just to clarify real quick. Yeah, so when a character you control, so as long it doesn't matter if it's my hero or if it's my allies. If that villain's confused and I got float like a butterfly on the table, it's going to do extra damage, and that's ideally what I'm aiming for. So hopefully that's is going to pan out for me, and hopefully it'll be a little more successful when I try doing this on aggression. That being said, let's get this all shuffled up, select the villain, and I'll be right back, and we'll get a game against the villain. See you then. I'm hoping. All right, so he starts with 14 health. When he's revealed, search the encounter deck and discard power for that. But if we're following it step by step, we would reveal main scheme 1A. And it's as here a dog barks. That's what happens when you reveal it. Create the experimental weapons deck, which we already did. We shuffled it up. Once we flip this over, it'll tell me to reveal the top card of the experimental weapon deck. So let's shuffle it up. Hopefully I can just click on this real quick to fix that. There we go. And we'll just shuffle this up. I'm not looking at the cards. I'm not looking at the cards. Revealing Exosuit. So he gets +1 steam, +1 attack. We have to spend all 3 resources: energy, mental, physical, and discard this to discard the card. So beautiful. When Crossbones is revealed, we search the encounter deck and discard pile for Crossbones' machine gun, and we attach it to him, which I already took the liberties of already grabbing that. And he gets 2 ammo counters per player. The force interrupt is when he attacks, he will remove 1 ammo counter from this card, discard the top card of the encounter deck, take indirect damage equal to the number of boost icons on the discarded card. And I had it right here. So 2. Also, Crossbones has a constant effect where as long as he has a weapon attachment on him, all of his attacks gain piercing. So yeah, there's that too. And I had that over here somewhere with a pile of tokens. The pile of tokens. Yeah. Piercing. Cool. So he is 2. All right, so he's a 3 scheme, 3 attack monster. Or villain, as you would say. Take my obligation. Shuffle this into the deck. I'll drop some cards over here. Give my deck a quick shuffle. And now it's time to duel to the death. All right, that's all shuffled up. Groot, 10 health. And we shall begin. Justice. Justice, Groot, Peace Corps. I draw up to a hand size of 6 because that's what it says on the card. All right, so we are starting with a Root Stomp, Fruition, another Root Stomp, Energy, Dazzler, and I am Groot. Um, Well, this is good. We just get rid of that. I guess that works. I guess. Guess we do that. Let's just keep it the way it is. We'll flip to hero. Oh, before we flip to hero, let's use our growth spurt, and we'll place 2 growth counters. Flip to Groot. We'll use physical, mental, and energy to get rid of the exosuit. We will use energy and a root stomp to deal 5 damage to an enemy. So, haha, you're at 9. And then we'll use fruition to gain 2 more growth counters. I think that was fine. And then we'll attack for 2. And we're ready up. Draw to hand size of 5. Float like a butterfly. I don't have to pee. Think fast. Okay. I'm liking this already. Get that out. Oh, yeah, we can use that to pay for this. And our 5th card. Oh, that's even better. Sweet. Well, let's see what happens in the villain phase. Let's get these out here. All right. Villain's turn. We have 1 threat going on to the main. Crossbones wants to attack me. Before we do that, we remove 1 ammo counter. And we'll do no indirect damage because that is a star. So we dodged the bullet. Ah, see what I did there? Dodge the bullet. Yeah, it's adorable, isn't it? Whatever. All right. Perfect. So now he'll attack. So we got to our boost card. I think we can just take it. Let's just take it. So he's going to attack for a base of 2 and then 3. We'll lose 3 of our growth counters. So that drops me down to 1. And then we'll get an encounter card. And we get Concussion Grenade. So when revealed in the hero form, oh, I like it how it was clear and then it wasn't clear anymore. That's stupid. It's dumb. You are stunned. Okay. Deal 1 damage to your hero. Deal 2 damage if you already are stunned. So I get stunned and then I take a damage. Cool. Well, apparently I'm stunned, and then I lose my other counter. Fair. Let's see here. All right. My turn. All right, so I can't attack, which is not really ideal, but let's go ahead and use the I am Groot. We're going to play the Think Fast. I'm going to deal 1 damage to myself. Need to make some space because I have like no space. So that'll drop me down to 9. And then we can confuse the villain. And then we can use Power of Justice to put in Float Like a Butterfly. So now when a character I control, including myself and my alter ego, or my hero, I should say, we'll be able to do one more damage to an enemy that is confused. We'll hold on to the genius for later. Exhaust to get rid of the stun, or we thwart one to keep the main scheme. Play it safe, I guess. Let's ready up. I am Groot. I am Nick Fury. I am Rocket Raccoon. And a Power of Justice. Well, I guess we're probably going to be doing that. Potentially. Since I have no growth counters right now. Okay, let's get one on the main. So Crossbones is going to attack, force interrupt. We remove the last ammo token here. And we're going to do 2 indirect damage now. So that's going to be going right to me. So that drops us down to 7. Crossbones will attack. I don't have any plans to attack. So I'll go ahead and defend that. So we're going to do 2 and then 3. So that's a perfect defense. No damage. And then we'll get our encounter card, which is a exhaustion. We'll surge, and then we will reveal. Oh no, we'll exhaust your identity card, which I already exhausted. So the joke's on you. So I'm glad I did that. I'm smart, apparently, because if I didn't do that, I would have just taken damage, and then I would have been exhausted. Whereas by doing what I just did, I exhausted, defended, took no damage, but now I'm already exhausted, and I'm taking a surge right now into hard as nails. It's an interesting ability for him. So when revealed, my camera will someday focus. Maybe it will focus. It's not going to focus. So I'm just going to read it. When revealed, give the villain a tough status card. If you cannot, you can heal 3 damage instead. Well, we'll give him a toughness because he's hard as nails, allegedly. All right, so that will conclude villain's turn. I am going to do something. I'm going to use the power of genius with the power of justice. And then that's 2, 3, 4, because I don't. That's useless to me right now. We'll put in Nick Fury. In attack mode. And we are going to use the power of drawing 3 cards. Which is great because I totally want Death Focus in. So, Gamora. How about that? This comes in for free. Oh, man, don't want to sacrifice none. I don't want to sacrifice any of those for the Death Focus. Ugh. I don't really need to search out events right now because I'm not in the position to throw some events, if you will. So if anything, I sack Gamora, put in the Death Focus, keep Rocket for minions because there's legions of Hydras, and it's annoying So we'll do that. So we're gonna hold on to Raccoon. So now we have our Def Focus. What's the actually? I want this right here. I feel like it should be right here, and that should be right there. Does that make sense? That looks nice. I think it looks nice. All right, this is my hand over here. All right. All right, cool. So we're going to. Wow, that just sucks actually because now the I don't get to do the extra damage because he's tough. So that'd be a waste of a move. Um. Well, guess we'll just keep the main scheme under control here. Take 1 damage and let us end our turn, if you will. We'll ready up. And we'll draw to a hand size of 5. So we do have our Rocket Raccoon. Think fast. Clear the area. That helps. Entangling vines. That might be helpful. 4, and then another clear the area. Great. All right. 1 threat goes on to the main scheme. The villain will attack. Oh yeah, this should be gone. It's got no counters on it. All right, so villain attacks. Obviously, Nick Fury is a champ. He's gonna take a punch. So he's attacking for 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 1 Legions of Hydra into the graveyard. Love to see that. You love to see it. You really do. Or you get into a situation where you have Madam Hydra on the table, Legions of Hydra on the table, and then all of a sudden you get another Legions of Hydra on the table. What do? You tell me. All right. So that concludes that. We'll get our encounter card and Dark Designs. Interesting card that has been revealed. So when it's revealed, we'll place 1 pursuit counter. Oh, look, the camera's focusing. Place 1 pursuit counter, pursued by the past. Then, if there's any counters on it, the villain will scheme. The joke is on the villain because we will put a counter on, but he's confused because he's a chump. That was the wrong token. I tried doing that blind. It was that one? And yeah, guess what? I don't have to worry about that BS. All right, my turn, as they say. So I think what we want to do is take advantage of the fact that we have a Def Focus, and we can put one of our superpowers in play for free. We call it a Entangling Vines. So when Groot makes a basic thwart, remove 1 growth counter and exhaust him, the Entangling Vines. It'll give me +2 thwart. I mean, we're just saving that for a rainy day. I want to. He's still tough, so there's no point in me doing that. I think what we do is we play 1 clear the area for clear the area. Or do I damage myself, sacrifice Rocket Raccoon to the graveyard, give him another confusion? Like, it's going to matter because he's already damaged. Um, Dumb. Crap. All right, I'm gonna exhaust, get rid of my stun. So that wouldn't even matter. I couldn't even do it. We'll use the think fast and clear the area to remove this, which it was the last threat on the scheme, so we can actually draw a card, which we drew into a Vine Shield. Actually, you know what? Now that I think about it, before I draw that, I think I'm going to play the clear the area for the clear the area instead. And then I would have drawn the card. Then I'm going to play Vine Shield and then think fast, do 1 damage to myself. We'll confuse the villain. Then I'm going to flip down and put 2 growth counters on. It's like 2 turns. I still held on to Rocket Raccoon, but I don't want to get rid of him yet because I haven't hit any of the minions in the counter deck. So I'm gonna just do it, I guess. So ready up, and then drop to hand size of 5. Fruition. Hey, there we go. Fertile Ground. Nowhere. That's perfect. Hey, Flora. Okay, so that worked out pretty well, I think. Which I'm kind of excited about. I take a little sip of water because I earned it. Because I'm a tree, and that's what trees do. We drink water. Okay, so it's the villain's turn. One threat goes on the main. He doesn't scheme because he's confused. We get an encounter card. It's Hydra regular. Cool. So he comes in. He has Insight. Meaning when he's revealed, we place 1 threat onto the main scheme. This went to 2. And it's my turn. All right. All right. So we're gonna do. Gotta do something here. So we bump this up to 4. I say we use Flora and we put in our fertile ground. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we do Flora for fertile ground. Um, Exhaust it. Bump this up to 5. Draw a card. To an I am Groot. Then we use our growth spurt to get 2. So we're at 7. Oh man, we could just flip. Wish he was confused. I could just flip right now, hit them for the tough, and then hit him for 7. Let's see what. Let's just do it. Let's see what happens. Or am I jumping the gun? Should I build a little more? Rocket Raccoon. Rocket Raccoon. I want to get Nowhere out also. And we also got to worry about that threat too. All right, let's do this then. Let's do Strength. Let's put in. Let's put in Nowhere. Um, and then we'll flip. And we will thwart. And then we'll remove one token. And we'll exhaust their entangling vines to increase our thwart by 2. So we can clear that off. And then we'll play. It's kind of a waste, but fruition. It takes me up to 8. And then do I really? I just need a Rocket Raccoon will be next turn guaranteed, right? But I got to deal with Hydra. All right, we just def focus, use Rock as Roosters, play I am Groot, and we'll just overkill him, I guess. Try to minimize. Probably gonna regret doing that. I'm not happy with that decision I made, but I also didn't. I was holding on to that card for 3 turns. I just didn't want to. Couldn't deal with that in my mind. So, what's up, Darren? Just testing out this Justice deck I built against Crossbones. All right, so we got the Sonic Rifle. That's cool. Skies. Vine Spikes, get some more attack. If we do get minions, at least I can potentially use Disguise and the Sonic Rifle to bring arrows out and confuse that many. I'll just see what happens. Plus, I get to activate Nowhere finally. All right, so we're going to go 1 on the main. Crossbones is going to attack. I do not think I will be attacking, so let's conserve our counters. 2, 3, 4. So I will take only 1 damage, which that'll pop one of my growth counters. And we'll get an encounter card. It is a Hydra Soldier. Wonderful thing. Guard. Love that. Guard. And also, when defeated, special things. Special treats for that. Alright. 4 health, 2 attack, 1 scheme. So we got the Nowhere out. What do we want to do here? Could confuse him, right? Yeah, we could just easily confuse him. This gives me a ready. This gives me more attack. Let's use the Vine Spikes and Disguise. Actually, yeah. We'll use the Vine Spikes and Disguise. We'll put in arrows. So his response is after you play him from your hand, you can confuse a minion for each mental resource that you use to pay for him. So since I used 1, I can confuse 1 minion. So the Hydra Soldier volunteered to get confused first. So that worked out for me. I can now trigger Nowhere and Exhaust to draw a card. And we draw 2 under surveillance. Don't really need that yet. We're still in good shape here. We're still on the first. We're on 1A still. Um, If only. Depth focus, we'll use that. And we'll put in our lashing vines. Can't use that. I could do 2 damage to the Hydra Soldier because he's confused. So I guess we'll do that. Eros will attack Hydra Soldier. Because I have Float like a Butterfly in play, when a character I control attacks a confused enemy, increases the amount of damage by 1. So he attacks for 1 with the Float like a Butterfly. That will be 2 damage. And he'll take 1 damage for Consequential. And I'm going to hold on to Sonic Rifle. Actually, hold on. 1, 2. Yeah, I'm going to have to. I'm going to hold on to Sonic Rifle. I'm going to throw this away. I don't really need it. It's already up. Drop to a hand size of 5. Sonic Rifle. We are Groot. We are Professor X. We have a clear the area. And Root Stomp. Alright, so win-win scenario. I could Root Stomp the Hydra Soldier, eliminate him, get a counter. I could remove 4 and put a toughness on Groot and Eros. Or I can clear the area, which will clear the main scheme and be able to draw a card, which then will give me which will deck me out. I don't know how I want to punish myself yet. So 1 threat goes on to the main. The villain will attack. We'll defend. So it's going to be 2, 3. So that's a perfect defense. I'll go ahead and remove 2 to ready myself up. Oh, that's flipping. Because that's a hero response after Groot uses basic power, which I use my basic power with my defense. Remove 2 growth counters, which I am. Exhaust this, and I can ready Groot. So he'll be readied. And then Hydra Soldier is going to attack. And we'll go ahead and defend again. Take no damage. Get an encounter card. Fall auto. When revealed, discard X cards from the top of the encounter deck where X is Crossbones attack. And then take 1 indirected directed damage for each one discard that way. So cool. So we discard 2 whatever his attack is. So his attack is currently a 2. So that's another fall auto. And nice. Nice. For each boost icon. That's awesome. That's 5. That's 5 damage right there. It's amazing. Amazing because that's exactly how many grow tokens I have right now. All right. That being said, um, I'm gonna be getting a deck reset anyway, so I guess I can just. We can just do this then. We'll play Root Stomp, We Are Groot, Sonic Rifle for 3 resources. Put in Professor X. We'll confuse. We'll clear that. Eros will die because he's going to take him out. So when defeated, deal the engaged player an encounter card, which we will. That's mine. We won't forget. That's fine because I'm going to get a reset anyways. Hold on to this. He's going to attack me, so I might as well take the free block. No need to flip down, I guess. So we won't. We'll ready up. And then we'll deck out. We'll get another encounter card. Shuffle it up. See what happens. So holding on to clear the area. So I drew into a Venom. We drew into Under Surveillance. We drew into another Sonic. I shuffled this, right? Yeah, I totally shuffled this deck. That was amazing. It'll be horrible. Cool. All right. That being said, we're unexhausting. We're putting 1 threat onto the main scheme. Crossbones is going to attack. We defend with Professor X, attacking for 2, 3. X is gone. And then we get another encounter card. So we have 3 encounter cards coming out. And we get the old Madam Hydra. Great. So she cannot take damage while Legions of Hydra side scheme is play. Force response after Madam Hydra schemes or attacks, or place 2 threat on Legions of Hydra side scheme. So nice thing is, like, at least that's not in play right now, because then that'd be a lot more annoying. But I also have 2 more encounter cards, so I bet you something nice will happen. So we get our obligation, Wilt. So it says right here, I may flip to Alter Ego and then choose to exhaust Alter Ego and then remove this from the game. Yeah, we'll do that. So we're going to do that. And then we get a Hydra Soldier, a guard when defeated. We know the routine. So I kind of want to get these guys knocked out really quickly. Because if Legions of Hydra, which I know there's 1 more in there, because I think we've only gone past 1 so far in the encounter deck. Yeah, only 1. So if Legions of Hydra comes out, what's going to happen is it's going to get the base 3 threat, and it gets 2 additional threat per Hydra card. And Madam Hydra and Hydra Soldier are already on the table, so if my calculations are correct, that would be 7 threat, and I don't feel like dealing with that. All right, so this is removed from the game, and the villain's turn is ended. So on that note, we can do Fertile Ground, and we can give ourselves a counter, and then we'll use our Growth Spurt to give ourselves 2, so that'll bump us up to 3. I also get to draw a card for that, and we get Root Stomp. So we can clear the. So what we can do. We can't heal, but we can clear the area, draw a card, and we still have enough cards to put Venom out. Draw a card. Um, the villain's confused. I could sit a turn, but I feel like that'd be a waste. Do I play the? Do I play under surveillance on the first? Let's flip to hero. Let's use the Weird Groot and clear the area. We'll clear the area. Draw a card, ensue fruition. That's cool. Um, Death focus, under surveillance. We'll do a root stomp. We'll stomp out the Hydra soldier. And he's defeated, so I have to deal myself an encounter card. I get to add a sprout. We'll play this to add 2 more. So that puts me up to 6. Let's hold on to Venom. Maybe. So holding on to Venom, we draw into Eros. Genius. Power of Justice. Okay. And a Think Fast. Wow. How about that? Crossbones is attacking. We will defend. So after this activation, we'll place 1 pursuit counter on. So he attacked me for 2. And I took no damage. And I will remove 2. Put me to 4. To ready myself back up. And then Madam Hydra is going to attack me, and then I will go ahead and defend that. Take no damage there. Now we get our encounter cards. First one is Raid the Armory. This has Insight 1. And then when revealed, we discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a weapon attachment is discarded, then we reveal that card. All right, so Hydra Sidearm comes into play, attached to the villain. He gets +1 attack. Spend a mental physical resource to discard this card. The villain has range now. And then we get a Hydra Bomber. When revealed, choose to either take two damage or place one threat on the main. This is at 2. Take 2 damage. That's fine. All right. Okay. So, all right. So let's play Genius, and we'll bring in Eros. So when you play Eros again from your hand, confuse a minion for each mental resource you used. I use 2, so I can confuse up to 2 minions. So Madam Hydra and Hydra Bomber are confused. Because he is a Guardian, I can trigger Nowhere to exhaust that and draw 1 card. And we got a Root Stomp. So we get 2, 3, 4, bring in Venom. So this actually... So Venom comes in. He has 3 attack. He'll do 4 damage to Madam Hydra. And then I can have Arrows finish her off. Then I just have the Hydra Bomber on the table. But I want to clear that main off. All right. 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. All right, so we get Venom out. We will have Arrows just take out Hydra Bomber. I guess it doesn't really matter how I do it. I guess because they're both confused. So Venom will do 3, 4 damage to Madam Hydra because she's confused, and Float Like a Butterfly allows my characters I control that attack a confused enemy, increase the amount of damage. So that's 4 damage. Madam Hydra will take. Oh, actually, no. Before I have him do that, I want Arrows to thwart this off the main, and then he'll take 1 consequential damage. Then have Venom attack for 3, which would be 4. So 4 damage, and then he'll take 1 consequential damage because the main scheme is at 0 right now. So that's how I wanted to do it. And then we will flip down, and then we'll use our ability to get 2 more counters. We'll exhaust Fertile Ground to bring this up to 5. And then we can draw a card. I am Groot. We don't need to hold on to that, I don't think. Yeah, we'll just scrap that, I guess. Or do I hold on to it? In case I get Madam High. We'll hold on to it, just for case, actually. Yeah, we'll hold on to it. And then we'll ready up. All right, so we put 1 threat onto the main. Crossbones is confused, so he won't scheme. Madam Hydra's confused, so is Hydra Bomber. We'll get 1 encounter card. And the Master Plan. Place 4 threat on each side scheme if there are no side schemes in play. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a side scheme and then reveal it. So there it is, Hydra Patrol. So that comes in with 2. And that has that. All right, that wasn't too. Oh, I forgot to draw off my hand. So this is. I should have done this. So I am Groot. Mora. I am Groot. And then Nick Fury. Got it. Okay. Turn. All right. Now villain turn's done. We'll exhaust Fertile Ground. That goes up to 6. I get to draw a card into clear the area. We'll use our ability to get us up to 8. All right. We'll flip to hero. We will use I am Groot as a resource to play clear the area. And we'll clear Hydro Patrol. So since there was only 2 threat on here, I get to draw a card for that, and I can exhaust Skill Investigator to draw another card, so that's 2 cards. So we drew into Flora, Fauna, and our clear the area. And when defeated, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a Hydra minion, puts into play, and then shuffle the encounter deck. Alright, so we'll put Hydra Bomber in. And his when revealed don't affect because it is put into play, not when revealed. Right? Yes. Alright. So now, let's use another I am Groot and play another clear the area. We'll clear that. We'll draw another card. 2, 3, 4. So then we'll do Strength, Flora, and Gamora to put in Nick Fury. And we'll draw 3 cards. We'll use Vine Shield and play I Think Fast. We'll take one of those off and we'll confuse Crossbones. And we need to clear these up. So let's do all right. So we'll have Groot attack, take out Madam Hydra. And then we will have Nick attack to get rid of the Hydra Bomber. She'll get 1 consequential damage. And Eros. I think we have Eros attack to get rid of this toughness. And then he'll be defeated by consequential damage. And then we'll have We'll use the energy. We'll play I am Groot. Deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of growth counters. I have 7, so we'll do 7 damage to the villain, which will defeat his first stage. All right. So now we have Crossbones stage 3. So when revealed, reveal the top card of the experimental weapons deck. So he gets another weapon. And then he still has his sidearm, which gives him ranged. All right, so that's done there. And then we have Van. How many health? How much health does he get? He gets 16. All right, and then we'll have Venom attack for 4. Since he's confused, we'll go down to 12. And then he takes 2 because there's no threat on the main. And we'll hold on to Dazzler. Yes. He shouldn't lose his confuse. We'll toss it. We'll toss her away. And then we'll ready up. And then we'll drop to a hand size of 5. So we got Root Stomp. That's good. Power Justice. Rocket. 3, 4. I am Groot. Oh, wow. This is... We can just prevent not losing our stuff. We could probably just win this game. Sign up for the kill shot. Let's go. All right. It's the villain's turn. So 1 threat on the main. Villain will attack. Oh, I forgot to reveal this first. All right, so he has the energy shield. He gains retaliate. And we spend energy and mental to get rid of this. All right. Okay, so villains attacking. Nick Fury will defend. So it's going to be 3, 4, 5, 6. Fury's defeated. And then the Hydra Bomber. The Hydra Bomber will attack for 1. I'll take it. So that put me down to 7. Or 6 growth counters. And then we get ourselves the encounter card, which is a Hydra regular. And it has insight, so this will go up to 2. And now it is player turn. All right, so he's got 12 health. He's confused. What can we do? Well, we could play Fruition. So you give us 2. That's 8. So it's 8 damage we got right there. Yeah. Yeah, I think it's game over right here. So we will use our Death Focus. We'll use Power of Justice as a resource. We'll play I Am Groot. Well, actually, hold on. Do I have enough damage here? I do that instead, if I play the 1, do that, that gives me 8. I'll do 8 damage. 9, 10, 11, exhaust. Yeah. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do this instead. So we do the Death Focus, Power of Justice. So I'm hitting him with 5, 6, 7, 8. So I'm hitting him with 9 because he's confused. So let's see here. Oh, yeah. It'll work. Yeah. So he gets dropped down to 3. I take a damage for retaliate, so it'll come off there. So I got 7 of these. And then we attack with Venom for 4 damage. And that's it. Groot wins. I like it. I like how that all just flew in. I like how that all just float like a butterfly. Well, yeah, that actually went a lot better than before. We didn't get our nemesis out. We kept it on the first stage, so that definitely helped. And being able to get our counters up and throw massive damage like that with the help of float like a butterfly, it's pretty spot on. I definitely enjoyed playing Justice um, than the other night when I was playing with the aggression. I don't know. I mean, I just did it wrong with aggression. I don't know. Have to review some things, but other than that, well, I'm gonna call that. I'll call that a win. Call that a day. Shout out to Daring Lime stopping by. Thanks. It was fun. I'm gonna go make some lunch, and I'm going to not watch the Super Bowl. Go Bills. And yeah, other than that, anywhere. Have a great afternoon, morning, evening. If you enjoyed the video, please give me a like or subscribe on my name Jeff87 on my YouTube channel, or you can follow me on Twitch at TTV. My name Jeff. And other than that, have a good one. See you on the next one.